Contrary to popular belief, second impressions count. We judge all the time, whether it's that applicant in that job interview or that cute guy or girl you saw at the bar earlier. They've passed the first impressions test because they look the part. So what could possibly go wrong? Well, they could open their mouth to speak, which is why second impressions count. They could go up at the end of every word, or they could have a really bogan accent, or they could be really quiet. If the way you deliver your voice is inconsistent with the visual image you choose to present of yourself, this conflict creates doubt for the listener as to who you are, immediately degrading their perception of your credibility, despite the brilliance of the content that you have to say. So, think about a baby. A baby understands what the tone in someone's voice means. They understand when a tone means danger. They understand when a tone means authority, and they understand when a tone means safety. Without understanding the words, the baby understands what the tone of someone's voice means. Now, information only gets through to the thinking parts of your brain if the environment is perceived to be safe. If there's any tone of anxiety or stress in your voice, then the content of what you have to say is irrelevant because all that the listener is hearing is alert, alert. So your content is irrelevant. Imagine that your voice is a speaker and there's a plastic tube coming up out of the speaker to the other side of the room. If I scrunch that plastic tube at some point, anywhere along it, the sound is going to be distorted in some way. Likewise, if your voice box, your throat, your facial cavities are constricted in some way, your sound is going to be distorted, your voice is going to change. And that's either through poor habitual use or the way emotions affect our voice, and the result is anxious, tired and stressed communication. Now this is all subconscious, but imagine the power of your voice if you choose to use this knowledge in a constructive way, learn about your voice and how you can use it to create a safe and assertive tone to get what you want for the audience required. Now, the voice in your voice is your most powerful promotional tool that you have. You all have one. It's a free asset. Yet so many people forget to even think about it. Now, you don't have to change who you are. You could be quiet or shy or loud. It's just about learning about what you have and learning how to use your voice in the most efficient and effective way to get what you want for the audience required to get what you want. But why am I so obsessed with voice? Well, age 19, I slipped into a coma. I had my head shaved, holes drilled through my skull, and a drain put into my brain. I was on life support in a critical condition. The trauma was so bad, my family was told that I was either going to die or be a vegetable. And I remember in my coma state hearing a question, do you want to stay here or do you want to go back there? And it was a question of whether I wanted to live or not. And I was adamant immediately, I have to go back to sing, I have to go back to sing. And I awoke fully functioning because of my voice. And ever since then, I've done everything that I can to learn about and better my own voice and this incredible gift that we all have, and in turn help others do the same. I did a degree in vocal performance, singing lessons, acting lessons, yoga, Alexander technique, Feldenkrais, speech therapy. I saw dietitians. I had remedial facial massages for tension in my cheeks. It was a bit obsessive. I studied contemporary commercial vocal pedagogy in New York. And when I was there, I was diagnosed with an emotional condition which affected me physically. It was a constriction in the base of my tongue. You know that knot you get in your throat when you're trying not to cry? For me, it had actually solidified because I hadn't cried over past events. I had 6 months of intensive counselling purely for my voice. But what I learnt was that everything in your mind and your body affects your voice. So how seriously are you taking your voice, your primary promotional tool that you have? Because if you're not taking how you say something seriously, how can you expect someone to take what you're saying seriously? As an expert, I so often see professionals, teachers, barristers, comedians, politicians with great aspirations and goals and really great things they want to do, but they've got a plan, they skip straight to action and implement without considering the primary promotional tool that they have, their own voice. Now, we all talk a lot, and we make a lot of noise, some more so than others. But if you want to be heard, you need to speak and not just talk. Thank you.